Genesis 3, the whole chapter. And he placed at the east of the garden of Eden.
Let's say hallelujah. 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 We thank you for being obedient, for reading, and sometimes it's hard to read, hallelujah, but when we read, we begin to get the understanding. Genesis chapter 2, especially begins to open up with just a beautiful, it started out beautiful. Beautiful story, a beautiful, intimate love story with Yah and his creation called man. Genesis chapter 2 begins to open up with the paradise that pertained to the Garden of Eden was far more beautiful than any man's imagination. Can you imagine this garden? We've been traveled, we've been to different places, we've been all around the world. Most of us, hallelujah, we've been and we've seen the botanical gardens, and we've seen all types of beautiful gardens and Martha's Vineyard and different places, but no garden that's ever been formed or created by man on this garden would ever compare to the Garden of Eden. I just want you to lose your imagination just for a moment. The garden was specifically laid out for the convenience of Yahweh's beloved creation. Yah didn't just give him and place him in a place, but he architectured it so that the creation that he created will be comfortable. How many know that Yah's concerned about your comfort? Yeah, he renovated, he architected, and he built it designed to your desire. Hallelujah. Yah made this, he formed and called his creation Adam, the man, referred in the Hebrew, hallelujah, word as Adamah, or ground, literally meaning that Adam was an earthman. Somebody say earthman. 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 Adam would be given authority to the name of all creatures, to be able to name all creatures of the earth, and he would be free, hallelujah, of labor, for the garden would produce of its own, allowing food for its inhabitants. Yahweh will even complete Adam by even giving him a helpmeet, as we read about, for he saw it was not good for Adam to be alone. She would be called woman, for she came from Adam's side and would be named Eve. Moreover, in verse 25, as you was reading, I wanted to depict a couple of verses. In verse 25, we want to highlight this because it emphasized that they were both naked. Yes. The man and wife, and were not ashamed. I can't imagine for anybody to start taking off their clothes this day and this time and to strip down to their bare minimums, hallelujah, and for it to be birthday suit, for it to be allowed or even accepted. Many people in here probably will be covering their eyes, and they may say, assistant pastor, go get the blankets and the sheets and let's cover them, for they are naked. I can imagine it's something that happened that transpires, hallelujah, when you bring shame to Yah's glory. Because Yah beheld them and they were naked, but they were not ashamed. Yah did not despise their nakedness, hallelujah, because their eyes were not open. Hallelujah. Can I get a hallelujah? Hallelujah. Having the Father's love, he made them confident and free to move about in the spirit realm. Hallelujah. Adam being the beneficiary, Yah gave him specific instructions or commandments to eat of every tree, save the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. For it shall come to pass that if they should eat of the tree thereof, they would surely die. They would surely die. If Yah said you would surely die, then certainly you will surely die. Genesis, we moved on to chapter 3 and begin to start to shed more light on this passage. As the serpent being more subtle than any other beast, it goes on to deceive Adam's wife, Eve, and even convincing Adam that it was okay to eat of that tree. We wanted to pick also verse 7 and 10 because it picks up from verse 25, saying, and the eyes of them were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and sewed fig leaves together to make them aprons. Just keep that in mind, because things begin to happen when you begin to make things to cover yourself, or when you begin to design things that God did not intend for you to design so that you may cover yourself. The tailor might make you a nice suit, and you may wear your best suit so they call it Sunday's best. Wear your Sunday's best or your Sabbath's best. You might wear your best suit, but when we look at the suit and look how elegant the person is, we begin to just stop to judge him at his surface. And behind the surface, how many know that there's a lot of things that happen behind the covering? So when Yah made man, and when he created man, and they thought and they sought to cover themselves, this was the first act that maybe they had something to hide. Look at two people, say, do you got something to hide? Hallelujah. Do you have something to hide? Their eyes were open, and they saw their nakedness, and they began to sew them leaves and make themselves aprons. I heard thy voice in the 10th verse, and he said, I was afraid, and I hid myself because I was naked. Why did I hide myself? Because I was naked. I saw my shame. I saw my shame. I took a shower and I saw my shame. Hallelujah. In this 10th verse, these three words, one, I want you to write that down. One, afraid. Number two, he said, I hid myself. Write that down, hid. And number three, he said, naked. What sums up the action that will lead to the consequences. We want you to write this down, because afraid begin to equate with fear. When you mention the word afraid, naturally the word fear is birthed out of the phrase afraid, fear. Hallelujah. Hid or hide equates to guilt. Why did you hide yourself? I was guilty of my transgressions or a sin or something that I knew he would not be pleased with. Naked, naked. The next word, the third word, naked, equates to shame. Because when they looked and they were exposed and saw their nakedness, they discovered shame. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I wish I had the church with me. Y'all with me? Yeah. Unlike the three, love builds confidence. Somebody say love builds confidence, and trust. Say it again. Love builds confidence and trust. In 2 Timothy 1:7, for Yah have not given us the spirit of what? Fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. 1 John 4:18 said, there is no fear in love. What are you running scared for? If you love them, why are you afraid of them? What do you got to hide today? If you love them, then the Bible say you will serve them. Hallelujah. What are you hiding behind? Oh, hallelujah. But perfect love casts out all fear, because fear has no torment. But yet we are afraid. There are men that are afraid to die. There are men that are afraid of pain. I don't know what I'd do if I was thrown in the fiery furnace. I don't know what I'd do if they put me in the lion's den. Because our mentality is that if they throw me in the lion's den and I'm not covered, there's a chance I might be bitten by the lion. If they throw me in the fire, which is the fiery furnace, and I'm not covered, somebody say covered. There is a chance that I might be burned by the fire. If they throw me in the deep sea and I can't swim, and I'm not covered, there's a chance that I might drown. Hallelujah. We wanted you to get this in your spirit. Fear is torment. He that feareth is not made perfect in love. If you fear, you're not made perfect in love. And it's very important to know that we love him, because if we love him, we'll do what? We'll keep his commandment. He said, if you love me, you'll keep my command. Unlike Adam, he did not keep the commandment that Yah had
instructed him in the garden. So therefore, it exemplified fear because he did not love him, because he did not keep his instructions.